had to have Goody Mob. They moved the needle. You know what I mean? It's that's the important part for me, is to make sure people understand who got people to Atlanta in the first place. You know what I mean? What brought people to Atlanta in the first place? Like Smurf said, Freaknik brought a lot of people to Atlanta, right? What was that era? What did people feel when they left here? So I wanted to bring that back. So I had to think about it first. It was just like, JD just can't run out here and get artists and try to do a show. Like, what's going to make this show special? And this thing says Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It says Atlanta. So what about Atlanta am I bringing? You know, and this is not easy, by the way. I called Smurf, he's like, no, I don't think this is gonna work. But then we talked about it. So just really think about it, trying to make sure it's right.
JD, when people also think about Atlanta, they think about you. Did you not think about including yourself in the performance?
Last time I checked, I'm included. I don't think we're not giving y'all everything today. Okay. I just want to make sure that y'all got the gist of what's happening. It's probably no way I can be there and don't perform, right?
We all know that the Super Bowl is the biggest event in the world. Can you talk to us about how big it is to have it in your backyard in Atlanta?
Well, it's it's crazy, and I know a lot of people have been asking me about the controversy of Super Bowl and why I didn't boycott this, that, and the third, and I want to answer that today and basically say it. This is here in Atlanta. It isn't. This is what it is. It's in my city. We've been running around this city, giving everybody our all for the longest, right? How could we not do what we're doing in this city? I don't know how that's possible. I didn't go to the Super Bowl last time it was in Minnesota. Not no diss to anybody, but that wasn't my concern. This is my concern. This where we live at. This where we from. This where we do what we got to do. So it's important that we had to do this. It's probably the most important thing.
Is there any friendly competition to try to make your show better than the halftime show?
No, I don't. I'm not really thinking about the halftime show. Actually, I mean, unfortunately, they don't have what I have. So, it's a difference. This, like I said, this show, the energy of what we putting together is gonna be second to none.
So Jermaine, you've got a great lineup here. We've been going Facebook Live. Just shout out the names of some of the great artists that you're going to have. Tell everybody who you are. Let us know how excited you are. You're going to be there.
Come on, bring it up.
No, we're definitely excited because, like I said, man, Jermaine just pushes us to be better and, do something that's going to be so amazing for the city. You cannot come to the Super Bowl and not bring your A game. So I think, the most part, I know I'm having restless nights trying to make sure everything is on point. But I'm definitely excited, man. Like I said, I'm going to get the creme de la creme of the artists in Atlanta. And if you had a hit, I'm looking for you. Okay. And call me, and I'm definitely going to sketch you. I got you. Waka Flocka's going to be there, man. He did some big things in the city, of course, man. I'm going to get guys who had big hits in the city that moved the needle in the culture in Atlanta. And that's, Swag Surfer. We did some of the biggest dance records in the country, period, point blank, still to this day. No other city can touch us other than maybe like LA or something like that. But nevertheless, like I said, Swag Surf, we're going to do that. We're going to do Snap. We're going to do Crunk. We're going to do all that good stuff like that. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. And then, not to mention, y'all know this is the only city where we birth new artists. And they become the biggest artists in the world. And I'm with all those guys too as well. So everybody's going to touch Jermaine's stage, my stage, College Park stage. It's going to be big. So I'm excited. Y'all should be excited. That's what it is.
Smurf, what you want to say? She wants some artists, man. Tell us what you got.
So I don't have the pressure this guy has. I get to bring back some of my friends from the freak. We call it the Freaknik era. Kilo Ali, Raheem the Dream, DJ Taz, Deuce. Did I say Raheem the Dream? Yin Yang Twins. 12 Gauge. I think I said Shadi. Okay. It's just all, when you think of that era of the 90s when you guys came down here, we'll have all of that, as well as we'll be playing some of those records from some of the other people that y'all just forgot. And it's just going to be nostalgic, really, for what I bring to the table. So I'm going to have a carnival within itself.
Okay.
It'll be clean and family friendly, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
Hey, Jermaine, aside from the music, what are you most looking forward to showing off about our city when the visitors come? What about this city do you want to show?
I mean, just that I want to show, the connection that we all have. You know, I think that what you see on this stage right now is the connection. I can call Smurf. Me and Cujo, you know, like I said, I feel like I grew up with him. Like Holiday say, he texts me. It's a connection in the city that I feel like a lot of people outside of Atlanta don't understand. That's why they always see us in the clubs together. That's why we always taking pictures together. We have a connection. The hate of artists doing good and this artist doing that and somebody, no, we don't really, you know, ain't none of that. You know what I mean? Ludacris is having his show at State Farm. I'm not mad. That's what he's supposed to do, right? But I'm having my show right here at the Olympic Park. So it's no hatred in this city, and I think that's what I want to show people. I want people to see how connected we are, and how deep the roots go. Like when he says Kilo Ali, I want to make sure everybody understand. Kilo Ali was the first successful, as far as I'm concerned, successful rapper from Atlanta. To get on the radio and dominate V103 and do what they had to do, Kilo Ali was that first person. And it was very important that he was not left out in this situation for me.
How are we going to reach out to the country western rock and roll?
Oh, they've been reached out to. Yeah, well, I just told you we're not giving out everybody today, but we got all of that. We got all of that covered. And once again, it's still all Atlanta artists, by the way. From like I said from the beginning, not just on the rap side, hip hop side. On all sides, it's all still Atlanta artists.
Thanks for the shout out to B103 Atlanta. We are
Yeah,
Facebook
that,
Live
that,
right now.
that.
Look at that right now. Jermaine Dupri, you've got a lot of artists. First and foremost, is the area going to be big enough to entertain?
I hit Holiday when Brett was up there talking about the nachos. I was like, I don't know if this is going to be, we got enough room for this. It's free, you know what I mean? How could nobody not go? Only thing gonna stop y'all, possibly if it was a blizzard. But this Atlanta, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
So you want other artists to come along. Who do they contact if they want to be on your show?
They can if they're not from Atlanta.
Those that are from Atlanta. If you haven't, if they haven't
Holiday,
heard of you yet.
DJ Holiday, Smurf. And by the way, I want y'all to understand with the DJ situation, there was another thing I wanted to correct because a lot of urban DJs don't get this opportunity. You see this in EDM all the time where all these EDM DJs are presented like artists. I wanted to change that narrative as well. These are DJs, and they are they drive the culture in this city. You know, if you go to a club and Holiday's playing, he's your friend, and he'll play your record, and you might get some love. You know what I mean? And this is how it works in this city. You know what I mean? The same thing with Smurf and them making mixtapes and all of that. These DJs drive the culture, and they've been doing this for a long time, but somewhere this got lost. And it was just like EDM DJs are only the ones that should be put in this position. I wanted to make sure that I changed that narrative with these two DJs.
All right. Jermaine, we know you're a big Falcons supporter and a big Falcons fan. Unfortunately, they won't, have the opportunity to be in the Super Bowl this year.
Because you got the Eagles hat on.
I mean, we know that. If you had the opportunity to select two teams to come out here, two players, however that may be, who would you want to see in the Super Bowl this year?
I mean, I hate to say it, but it feels like the Saints is coming and that's our rivalry. You don't know about that? I mean, I'm just telling you. I mean, I feel like the Rams. I feel like the Rams and the Saints. They got opportunity to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. Those guys won't be here.
Oh, we won't. We won't. You feeling the same way, Rams?
Yeah. Rams. Definitely. I hate to say.
He don't want to say the Saints.
Yeah,
you just don't want to say the Saints.
I'm not never going to say the Saints. I can't say the Saints. It's not Rams though. All right.
Is there anybody that you wanted to get that you couldn't get?
Possibly because of language. Once again, you got to understand, we want to make sure the show is clean, and we'll make sure we don't offend anybody. We'll make sure people come and they leave and they have a good time. And a lot of artists, aren't they're not privy to get to do shows like this to even clean their show up. So, I just had to make sure that we was making the right decisions on that side. I don't want to be in the audience and be driving down the street and somebody like, oh, Jermaine, your show, yeah, they was going crazy, cussing, my kids is in. I don't need that. I can't have all that. We can't do that. No.
First news conference, you were feeling it, you were giddy. How are you feeling right now, bringing in all these great artists?
I'm feeling better. I mean, we still, we're still 53 days away. We're getting closer and closer, and it's feeling closer and better and exciting. It's feeling more exciting than ever. But it's still a lot more work to do. When we leave here, we're gonna still go back to, drawing board and keep doing more work.
We also know, as you mentioned earlier in the press conference, Welcome to Atlanta was one of your biggest singles. So you'll be welcoming folks to Atlanta for Super Bowl week. What would your message be to fans and tourists who are looking to come to the Super Bowl?
Just come and have a great time. The city is full of all kind of things. Like, you got to think, this is just happening in this one area. Atlanta is packed with so many different things and so many different areas of probably doing things. It's parties and clubs from out of state that I talk to that's coming to this city that people in the city don't even know about yet. It's so much that's coming to Atlanta Super Bowl weekend. I just want people to come and have a great time.
All right, guys, thank you.